Okay, kid. Out of the box, now!
I think the whole thing about creating a master shot is not something that anybody, not something that I invented. I just love the old movies. And, you know, this whole thing about over-shoulder shots, which television has made famous. Remember in the old movies, you know, with 1:3:3 aspect ratio, you could actually have the characters on this screen close to the audience, but still see them from head to toe because of the aspect ratio. And the fact that people would be talking, Oscars were given to actors talking to each other in profile. You know, the great scene in It's a Wonderful Life where Jimmy Stewart is trying to get everybody not to get all their money from the savings and loan, but just enough to tide them over before 3 o'clock, before the doors close. And that entire scene is in one shot, and it's Jimmy Stewart is three-quarter back, the camera's behind Stewart, and he's out of focus. And the whole scene is about him talking, but there's no cutaways to him. You watch the panic on these people who are slowly starting to trust him. It's a great moment, and Capra didn't do this, this, and this. And I watch a lot of those movies, and I watch them, and I say, I wonder how that works. Why does that work? How possibly could that work without the great Jimmy Stewart having a close-up? But it works.
And I'll see each and every one of them in turn. Have a look over here.
Walter, you're neglecting your guest.
Along in a moment, dear. Hard to resist, isn't it? The Holy Grail's final resting place described in detail.
What good is it? This Grail tablet speaks of deserts and mountains and canyons. Pretty vague. Where do you want to start looking? Maybe if the tablet were intact, you'd have something to go on, but the entire top portion is missing.
Just the same, an attempt to recover the Grail is currently underway.
Venice.
How will we recognize this Dr. Schneider when we see him?
I don't know. Maybe he'll know us.
Dr. Jones?
Yes.
I knew it was you. You have your father's eyes.
Well, now we know the source of the numbers, but we still don't know what they mean.
Dad sent me this diary for a reason. Until we find out why, I suggest we keep it to ourselves.
Find something?
Yes, 3, 7, and 10. The window seems to be the source of the Roman numeral.
My God, I must be blind.
Dad wasn't looking for a book about the knight's tomb. He was looking for the tomb itself. Don't you get it? The tomb is somewhere in the library. You said yourself it used to be a church. Look.
He knew there was a city with an oasis due east. Here, he knew the course.
Elsa? Elsa? Elsa?
to?
What were they looking for?
This.
The Grail Diary.
Uh-huh.
You had it. You didn't trust me.
I didn't know you. At least I let you tag along.
Oh, yes. Give them a flower and they'll follow you anywhere.
Knock it off. You're not mad.
No?
No. You like the way I do things.
It's lucky I don't do things the same way. You'd still be standing at the Venice Pier.
What do you think is going on here?
Yes?
Oh, before time. Do you intend to leave us standing on the doorstep all day with drenched? Look, that gunman caught a sniffle.
Are you expected?
Do not take that tone with me, my good man. Now battle off and tell Baron Brunwald that Lord Clarence MacDonald and his lovely assistant are here to view the tapestries.
Tapestries?
Dear me, the man is dense. This is a castle, isn't it? There are tapestries.
This is a castle. And we have many tapestries.
Nazis. I hate these guys. This one, I think he's in here.
How do you know?
Because it's wired.
Late 14th century Ming Dynasty. Oh, it breaks the heart.
And the head.
You hit me, Dad. I'll never forgive myself.
Don't worry, I'm fine.
Thank God. It's fake. You see, you can tell with the cross sections.
This book contained a map. A map with no names. Precise directions from the unknown city to the secret canyon of the Crescent Moon.
So it did.
Where are these missing pages? This
Brody's got friends in every town and village from here to the Sudan. He speaks a dozen languages, knows every local custom. He'll blend in, disappear. You'll never see him again. With any luck, he's got the Grail already.
Does anyone here speak English? Or even ancient Greek? Water, no, thank you, sir. Fish make love in it.
Intolerable.
Dr. Schneider, message from Berlin. You must return immediately. Aurelius Institute of Air and Culture.
So,
Your presence on the platform is requested at the highest level.
Thank you, Herr Robest. I will meet you at Iskandron.
Take this diary to the Reichsmuseum in Berlin. Don't show them my progress. Ahead of schedule. Without the map, I'm afraid it's no better than a souvenir.
Let me kill them now.
No, we've got to take somebody alive.
Always do what I thought first.
I like the Austrian way better.
So did I.
Let's try and get these ropes loose. We gotta get to Marcus before the Nazis do.
You said he had 2 days stock, that he would blend in, disappear.
Are you kidding? I made that up. You know, Marcus, he got lost once in his own museum.
Can you try and reach my left jacket pocket?
Let's reach this man have.
Well, we have Marcus Brody. More important, we have the map.
Aus Berlin, mein Herr.
Great. More boats.
You say this has been just another typical day for you, huh?
No! It's better than most.
Come on, Dad! Come on! What about the boat? We're not going on the boat! going the wrong way. We have to get to Berlin.
Brody's this way.
My boy, we're pilgrims in an unholy land.
My father didn't want it incinerated.
Is that what you think of me? I believe in the Grail, not the swastika.
You stood up to be counted with the enemy of everything that the Grail stands for. Who gives a damn what you think?
You do!
All I have to do is squeeze.
All I have to do is scream.
Remember the last time we had a quiet drink? Huh? I had a milkshake.
What did we talk about?
What you taught me was that I was less important to you than people who'd been dead for 500 years in another country. And I learned it so well that we've hardly spoken for years. You left just
Now, what do you want to talk about? I suddenly remembered my Charlemagne. Let my armies be the rocks and the trees and the birds in the sky.
These pages are taken from Professor Jones' diary, Your Highness, and they include a map that pinpoints the exact location of the Grail. As you can see, the Grail is all but in our hands. However, Your Highness, we would not think of crossing your soil without your permission, nor of removing the Grail from your borders without suitable compensation.
What have you brought?
Bring den Schatz! Precious valuables, Your Highness, donated by some of the finest families in all of Germany.
Care to wet your whistle, Marcus?
I'd rather spit in your face, but as I haven't got any spit.
Must be the silver line. Marcus, you're on the copy of the greatest artifact in the history of...
I never expected to see you again.
I'm like a bad penny. I always turn up.
Step back now, Dr. Schneider. Give Dr. Jones some room. He's going to recover the Grail for us. Impossible? What do you say, Jones? Ready to go down in history?
As what? A Nazi stooge like you.
The Nazis? Is that the limit of your vision? The Nazis want to write themselves into the Grail legend. Take on the world. Well, they're welcome. But I want the Grail itself. The cup that gives everlasting life. Hitler can have the world, but he can't take it with him.
Not be made out of gold.
That's the cup of a carpenter. There's only one way to find out.